and welcome to the Outside In Hotline. With all the angst, love, longing, loneliness that you've called in with.
I've been living in Melbourne the last 2 years, and I'd lived through it with a lot of phone calls, a lot of varying modes of communication to stay in touch.
Hi there, I'd like to leave a song dedication
for my best friend, whom I haven't seen since the beginning of all of this.
My nephew Alu, it's been almost a whole year since you've been born and I still haven't met you.
Over the past year, there's been a hotline that's been set up for people to send a song request and a dedication. I am your host, Amrita Hepi. That is then collated into a radio show. It's then performed live through the Fremantle Biennial as an installation. When I was approached by Fremantle Biennial, I wanted to make something that felt slightly site-specific. When I was living in Perth, I used to listen to a radio show called Inside Out.
Welcome to 100.9 Noongar Radio. I'm your host, Neil Coyne.
It took requests from prisoners to be broadcast from the inside out.
A big shout out to my 3 soldiers, and it says, love and miss you heaps, be strong, you're my everything.
I am a First Nations person. We have some of the highest incarceration in this country, or actually internationally. And not to say at all that this lockdown was anything like the prison system, but maybe it kind of got a lot of people thinking about the nature of confinement. So, taking a little bit of that heartache, I made Outside In. I wasn't prepared for how much people would engage with it. There's also something incredibly intimate about hearing someone's voice on the phone.
It's 5:55. And I'm thinking of my grandma Brownie. There's one song that I remember playing to her at the hospital.
Some of them made me incredibly teary, and others were like such a lull.
To Premier Mark McGowan, Better Off Alone, Purity Ring cover.
Like, there was also a lot of people who were like, this person doesn't even know it's for them.
I know I don't know you, but I always wonder what if.
And so really, it's for the person who's saying it, and that's something that I'm very interested in, this unconscious performance that happens. I was not able to go to the biennial because of current restrictions. And so I worked with an amazing performer, Tyrone Robinson. We worked via Zoom to translate the movement from the songs and from the dedications into the performance. There's a tone or a texture that we're working with in the song. So it was like, how can you bring that texture out in the body to have this performance to its full capacity? Or how can you do this mundane task of walking to kind of show in repetition the feeling of confinement that is conveyed through this message? The podium is the size of an isolation cell in this country, which you're allowed to keep people in for up to 24 hours. I'm always ambivalent to totally let the kind of pathos of this overwhelm the participation. But, you know, while this performance is happening, you know, this is a reality that a lot of people are facing. Watching the many messages and watching it live streaming, even though I've still been working on it and dedicated to the project, I really wish I could have been there. This project has reinstated things that I believed about the importance of reaching out. The mundaneness of something, like leaving a song request for someone, making playlists for someone, these small gestures and acts of care that, you know, can affect people that you don't even know. Yeah, the desire that we have to feel connection in the many ways that we'll go about getting it, even when we think that we're not.